I am an animal lover. I love animals of all shapes and sizes and all kinds of different species. If there's a bug in my house, I throw them outside instead of squishing them. Also, I think possums are adorable. Yeah, I love animals, and growing up in the country, I've had plenty of experiences with pets and wildlife over the years. One thing I love to do at home is go for walks. There's a pond not too far away from my house, so when I walk down there, sometimes I see a crane walking around, and after it sees me, it'll fly away. So majestic. Speaking of birds, I remember one time I was walking home from school. I made it to my yard and decided to cut across to get to my house. I was walking between some trees when suddenly an owl swooped down right in front of me. Scared me to death, but I still looked up in the trees to see it, and there it was, staring right down at me. When it comes to pets, two of the best ones I had were my dog Daisy and my cat Dexter. Daisy was such a wonderful dog. Friendly, never barked at you, cuddly, and whenever she felt there was something outside that could harm us, she'd be growling at the window, ready to strike. Some fun times I had with Daisy. I remember one time I was taking her for a walk down the woods and I stumbled upon a creek. Daisy stood there and looked for a minute. Next thing I knew, she jumped over the creek, landing on the other side. However, her force pulled on the leash and I fell right into the creek. She was also the kind of dog who just wanted to be near somebody at all times. One night I was trying to sleep, and here's Daisy knocking on my bedroom door, and I say, "Daisy, I'm trying to sleep, go lay down." Daisy wasn't having any of that. She managed to open the door to my room and jumped in the bed next to me. I didn't have the heart to kick her out after that. However, there were some nights when she would sleep with my dad, but she would lay next to my door knowing that I was gonna get up to go to school soon. One morning, I was opening my door, I tripped and fell right on my face. Who was I tripped over? Daisy, of course. I loved that dog. Dexter is probably the coolest cat ever. He goes to the bathroom outside so we don't have to keep a litter box in the house. He rarely meows, and I do mean rarely. So rare that when he makes a sound, I get down next to him and ask, "Are you okay, buddy?" And he never tears anything up, except for shoelaces. But hey, pocket change. Dexter also has some funny moments. We have a sliding glass door in our living room, so when he walks up to it, that's his way of telling us that he wants in. Well, one time we let him in through the sliding door, and he walked across the house to our side door, and he made me let him out that door. The heck, Dex? You couldn't just walk around the house to get where you needed to go? Dexter also does this thing where I'll be laying down and he'll jump on my chest and start licking my hair. Alright. There was also one time Dexter was gone for a whole week. We feared the worst. But he came back. Yay! I also had some fun experiences with my neighbor's pets. One dog named Lucky liked me a little too much. Here's a clip of what I mean. My other neighbors used to have a pit bull named Chloe. She acted fine if I was over at the house talking to the owners, but whenever I was walking home from school, that dog looked like she was ready to kill me. So whenever I got to that neighbor's house, I had to make a dash by in order to stop Chloe from running out and trying to attack me. Finally, I like to talk about the most magical animal to see when you're around my house. Deer. Deer live around areas like my hometown. However, they don't come around too much as they're animals that are constantly on the move. But when there's a blue moon and you see a deer, it's the most amazing feeling ever. And I've had plenty of experiences with seeing deer. One time when I was really young, 4 deer walked across our yard in a single file line. A few years ago, a doe and her fawn were in our yard eating grass. The fawn was hopping around constantly. It was so cute! And finally, the best deer experiences I had. We got a salt block to put in our yard and attract some deer. After about 2 weeks and not having one customer, I hear my mom downstairs freaking out. I ran down there and outside our kitchen window is 12 deer all licking the salt block. I'd never seen that many deer before. However, after about a minute, they separated and walked off. I was like, wow, so many deer. My mom said, "I know, I didn't expect them to be there that long. That long? How long were you there before you called me down?" "Half an hour." So there's some funny experiences I've had with animals in my neck of the woods. Living in the country has allowed me to experience nature firsthand and see all the beauty and wonder it has to offer. Remember, don't litter, have your pets spayed or neutered, adopt shelter animals, and plant a few trees here and there. Together, we can keep nature thriving. Sorry to sound a little hippy-dippy there, but hey, we only have one planet. Let's take care of it for Pete's sake.